Hello, my faithful watchers. How are you today? Okay, my faithful watchers. I'm going to be doing something new today. I'm going to talk about my life in college. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm doing this video. Well, I've just completed my second year in my college that I'm going to. Granted, I hope to come back for a third year for this university course, but usually 2 years is the limit. But still, hope for the H&D course. Now, now I'm going to talk about some of the things I've done in college and in the past 2 years, and I hope this can help you with some life lessons or something like that. Before we talk about it, let's talk about the night, my last night in high school. At the last day of my high school, we left at 12 o'clock, I remember. The teacher gave us these nice little goodie bags that had these special mugs with our faces plus pasted onto them. It looked very cute. We got a candle, some nice sweeties, and just the nice stuff. Later on, me and my friends went to the King's Arms. It's a nice pub. There, I remember the time I first got wasted. I was drinking a lot of alcohol for some reason. I don't know why. I wanted to forget some stuff. I just remember I was talking to my friend next to me about why King Joffrey such a was such a little jerk all the time. I mean, we had a theory that on the Iron Throne there's this little sword that kept going through his ass all the time, and that made him such a little squirmy little trat. But that it ended quickly. Then I remember hugging a tree outside the pub in the rain. I don't know why. For some reason I didn't want to let it go. Then I came back to my dad's, and that was pretty the end of my drinking day, since I've got a very weak mind to alcohol. I'm not used to it, so yeah, I'm a bad Homer Simpson. Then I remember my prom night. It was like the final congratulations for doing 7 years. You see, I did the 5 standard years, and I did the 2 additional years in sixth form. That's 7 years. I had some nice food there, a nice chicken wrapped in bacon with some nice lovely gravy, potatoes, and some nice peas. Very delicious. And then we were given the awards. I got an Oscar for being the karaoke king. You see, me and the school, you see, had this little sleep out since it was our last year. We were taken to the PE hall. It was pretty much sleep where you liked. Oh, it was fun. It was such fun. I mean, we were watching films. We were hearing ghost stories. We were doing these little fun games like you had to put all these marshmallows in your mouth and try to say this kind of list of words without trying to laugh or have a marshmallow come out of your mouth. It was great. The reason I got an Oscar for that night was because I sang "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey. Journey is the best band ever. I don't care what people say. Journey is fantastic. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train, going anywhere. Just a city boy, ways on the South Detroit. He took the midnight train, going anywhere. Beautiful song. I remember it was meant to just be by myself, but what I liked about that night was that all my friends just decided to sing with me. I don't know why, but I felt happy that I had all these friends with me, and it was a great night. And well, then that was but after the prom night, my life in high school was over. I was an 18-year-old boy, and I had no idea what to do next. I was deciding about two different colleges. One college was next to next to my dad's house. However, there was a massive distance, since I would have to probably take the train early in the morning, and I don't know if I could do it. Maybe if things were, maybe if I'd devised a better plan, it could have worked. But maybe there's sometimes a part of me that wonders maybe I should have gone with that other college. Don't get me wrong, I really love the current college I'm in. It's just there's always going to be a part of you that wonders, what if that happened? It's just going to be one of those questions. But I'm very happy with the college I picked. In the mornings, I walk through the university and I get to see all these lovely flowers, and it's very lovely. I go through this lovely garden, and it's fantastic. I remember my first year in college. In my first year, I was a quiet kid. I didn't really make much conversation. I had three friends. One was my first friend I met on my first day. He's a nice guy. He was super cool. He was a Game of Thrones fan. He had a thing for Sansa Stark, but then again, a lot of people have a thing for Sansa Stark. She's so gorgeous. And he was a nice guy. I liked him. I like him. And then my other friend then was I had two different classes with two different groups. And in my first group, I had this friend who had this like curly black hair. He was a great friend to me, and we talked to each other a lot of the time. I liked talking to him, and he was a nice guy. He was very good with computers, like he knew how he had very excellent skill with them. And anytime I was in trouble in my first year, he would help me, and he also knew how to calm. He also was a very honest guy. He never lied, and he was always, and the way he was honest, it was nice. It was nice. I'm glad I met him. I was upset that he couldn't stay for my second year, but for all it was worth, he was a good friend, and I'm glad I had him. I'm glad I got the chance to meet him. And then my other friend, he was like my curly black-haired friend. He just young. He was a bit younger, but not too younger, just still young. What I like about him is that he has the same name of he has the same last name as one of my favorite fictional characters, and like my other friend, he was very helpful to me. I knows a lot about computers. I mean, I don't think I would have been able to got over programming without him. He was a very nice guy. Also, what I like about my college was the teachers. They were very good. I mean, they knew. I learned a lot from them. The way the way they were able to teach their lessons and explain the difference about computers, like graphics, how computer codes work. They were very great teachers. I'm very grateful I got them as teachers, since they were fantastic, and I really liked them as teachers. They were great. Also, in my second year, I changed a little bit. I became a bit more. I don't know how to say. I was put into my since my first year class left. I was transferred to my second year class, and things changed really. I mean, well, the way they changed. That's the story. Well, I had these two friends. One of them likes Max, and the other one's from France. And both great guys. I think the friend who liked Max said something to my friend about. I don't know. I think he said something about being chased by some kind of homeless serial killer. I don't know. And then my French friend came and made this kind of comeback, and I kind of did this overbearing laugh, and then they just wanted to hear it a lot. Like, they actually wanted to record my laugh for these kind of robot thingies, Lego robots. I mean, I still probably wonders, if I didn't laugh that day, would I have still the same relationship I would have with my friends that time? but it was great since I became a bit. I stopped being quiet. I did. I wanted to. I was able to make new friends. Like make a great deal of friends. There was my. I mean, the friend who was named after my favorite fictional character was there. I had my friend who liked Max. My friend from France. Then I have the other friends. Like I have this one friend who has this brown curly hair and likes a lot of DC and Dragon Ball, like Arrow, Flash, Dragon Ball, and there's these other two friends who are always trying to play games when no one's looking, but they're nice kids. They're very nice kids. Those two kids. I have there's these other there's these older two people. There's these older people, but who are in my class. They're very nice. I think they're cool, to be honest, since they kind of like wear these football shirts all the time. They look cool. Yeah, and we only had one girl in our class. I kind of feel that's right since ICT is like the nerd class. Yeah, yeah. She once threw a pen at me for laughing. I still have it. Still have that pen. Kind of like, kind of like do, kind of like leave it in the garden for a while. It's like kind of, yeah, yeah. Still have that pen. Still have that pen. Have that pen in my magical hands. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pen. It still has ink in it. Yeah. Well advised, if people throw stuff at you, keep it. You never know when it's valuable for you, to you. But well, again, the teachers were very nice in my second year. Um, and what I really liked about the second year is that we went to Disneyland. Disneyland was fantastic. It was great. I loved Disneyland. Okay, word of advice. No matter how old you get, Disneyland will always be the best. It is the best place ever. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I met some other friends from a different class. I think a media class. At first we were quiet amongst each other, but after a bit of time in Disneyland, we actually talked a bit more, and we actually found out we had some more common stuff. Like I remember this one time when we went on Space Mountain. It's like this super space rocket that goes up into the sky, and then it's like a proper space launch. And then we're put inside this ride where we see all these sparkly and glowy lights. It's so cool. Yeah, it's so great. And for the rest of the time, I had a great time in my second year. I talked more. I made great friends. And it was awesome. Yeah, yes, yeah, but let's talk about the main things in college. One is learning. Always learn in college. Like, always come to lesson. Okay, my first year, I got a I was a bit too panicky, and because of that, it got me into trouble since I missed out a lot of lessons just because I was an idiot. Yeah, I was an idiot, and I'm not proud of it, and because of just having some bad dreams. I'm not proud of that. I was disrespectful to my teachers and my other classmates for not being in that lesson. So the fact is, be in all your lessons, because the teachers there are gonna take time to look at you, like take time to teach you. Oh, they know. So so this year, my second year, I was in for almost all my lessons. I just missed two in the whole year, but compared to some of the ones I missed last year, this was a massive positive thing. Number three, at the same time while learning, you should also not just focus on the learning. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to focus on learning, but at the same time, focus on your socializing skills. Like, don't be quiet all the time. Try to make a joke. Try to talk to some other people. Learn the names of your fellow friends. Because in my first year, at the beginning of it, I didn't know anyone. I came from somewhere else, like somewhere near Liverpool, and I this was like a new. I felt a fish out of water, really. So it was different for me being here, since I usually come to Liverpool just for since I usually just come here just for the holidays. It's not really a big, so it was different. It was different for me to come to a new area, However, over the 2 years, I feel like I had a great place to be in. Okay, so because here's the thing, you're going to spend 2 years in a college, make friends. I mean, be open. You might find out you have something in common with your other classmates. Don't try to be a. What I'm trying to say, don't be a wolf. Be a poet. Try to communicate. Try to make bonds. And for you know, you may. I mean, when you first come in, you're gonna wonder. You're gonna be kind of worried about who you're gonna be partnered up with, and then later you're gonna ask yourself, where was I? How did I live my life without this person? That's what it's going to be like with you, because you never know the friends you're going to meet. Sometimes they're going to be the best friends you ever make. Number 4, obvious, get all your homework and assignments done. Just think, it's easy. Just sit down and just try to think about the right things to say, write down, and just think about it. Number 5, be respectful to your teachers. Okay, don't take any don't take if you're going to a lesson, go to a lesson. They're always going to be there for you, just trying to help you, trying to teach you the right things. That's what makes them teachers. So it's in return, we as a student, you need to show them respect. Granted, I've admitted just before now that I missed some lessons just because I was, well, an idiot, let's say that, and for that I was disrespectful for my teachers. So your teachers are taking time of the day to teach you. Okay, if they didn't want to teach you, they would have just told you to open a PowerPoint on your computer. No, they're actually bothering to teach you things. So listen to your teacher, turn up for every lesson, and just be a good student. And whatever number came after that, and just have a good time, cause this is going to be 2 years or 3 years or 4 years of your life ahead of you. Just try to make the most of it. Try to socialize, try to go out. Like me and my friends went out to see this James Bond film. It was awesome. We made a lot of memories. Like we were in McDonald's, and then we saw these kind of naked people come up to the McDonald's. I don't think they may have been hippies. I don't know. They kind of felt like hippies. Maybe they were university students. I don't know. I just keep wondering, how come they weren't codes? Anyway, after James Bond, we made our own bond. We were bonded. So that was good for us. Also, Disneyland was a fantastic time for bonding. So what I'm trying to say is, have fun. Like, don't get overstressed by personal problems or overwork, because that's college. You have to come to work. Try to come in for older lessons. The only time you shouldn't come if you're really sick or if you have a family problem. That's the only time you should not come in. Other than that, you should probably come in all the time. And make friends. Socialize better. Find out what you have with each other. Because truth is, college can actually be a great place to be at. And you can get some higher education. So, that's all I have to say is, college is awesome. I've made some awesome friends. If any of you are watching, you guys are awesome. And that's all for me today.